You ever lost somebody you thought would be here forever? Somebody who was just talking to like life was normal? Somebody whose names still pop up in your phone, but they ain't never gonna answer again? That's when it hit you. Time don't give a fuck about your plans. Life don't ask permission before it takes people away. And death don't send warnings. It just shows up. You ever sat in a funeral, listening to people cry over the love they should have given sooner? You ever seen people post paragraphs online about someone they ain't checked on in years? You ever heard someone say, "I wish I had just one more conversation"? But life don't do rewinds and God don't do second chances? That's the reality. One day, someone you love gone take their last breath. One day, someone you thought you had time with, gone be a memory before you even realized it was the last time you'd ever see them. And when that moment comes, no amount of money can bring them back. No amount of apologies will matter. No amount of regret can rewind time. And all you'll be left with is the weight of what you didn't do when you had the chance. One day, God gone need them back. And when he does, it won't matter how many texts you meant to send. It won't matter how many calls you was too busy to return. It won't matter how much time you thought you had. Because when God calls them home, they ain't coming back. They won't get to read that message you drafted but never sent. They won't get to hear the "I love you" you kept in your chest. They won't get to see the tears you cry when you realize you waited too long to appreciate them. And that's when reality hits. You took forever for granted. You treated time like it owed you something. You thought you could pause the clock, but life don't work like that. So now you're stuck, staring at pictures that don't move, reading old messages that don't send, listening to old voicemails just to hear their voice again. But memories don't hug you back. Screenshots don't talk back. And pictures don't replace presence. So before life forces you to learn the hard way, love them now. You don't get to choose the last goodbye. You don't get to know when it's the last hug. You don't get to know when it's the last phone call. You don't get to know when it's the last time you go and see their face. Because nobody ever thinks it's the last time. You assume there's another conversation. You assume there's another dinner. You assume there's another birthday, another holiday, another see you later. But one day, later never comes. One day, that talk to you soon turns into, "I wish I had more time." One day, the person you love is just gone. And you gone feel every single second you wasted. You gone feel every moment you could have had but didn't. You gone feel every opportunity to love them that you let slip away. So while you got them, love them loudly, unapologetically, fully. Stop acting like you got time. You don't. Stop waiting for a better moment. There ain't one. Stop holding grudges over dumb SHD. It ain't worth it. Stop assuming they'll always be there. They won't. Call them now. Hug them tighter. Tell them you love them even if it makes you feel vulnerable. Because one day is a lie. Because forever is just a word. Because real love should never have to be questioned. And if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. When they're gone, the world ain't never the same. Ask anybody who lost someone they love. Ask anybody who got the news that shattered their whole world. Ask anybody who had to bury someone they never thought they'd live without. Life keeps moving. But it don't ever feel the same. The holidays feel emptier. The laughs ain't as loud. The world feels like it's missing something. Because it is. And you gon' feel it every single day. So tell me, why the fuck are you waiting? Why are you acting like you got all the time in the world? Why are you putting your pride over love? Why are you letting petty arguments keep you from people who really got love for you? Because if you don't fix that SHD now, you gon' be standing over a casket wishing you had. And that's the type of regret that don't ever go away. Final message. Love them now before you can't. If you reading this,
There's still time.
so love the fuck outta the people who love you. Make sure they know right now. Don't assume you got another day, another month, another year. Because once they gone, all you'll have left are memories. And the only thing worse than losing someone you love is knowing you could have loved them better while they were still here.